A tragic incident has rocked Dayananda Sagar University in Bengaluru, where 19-year-old Anamika Vineeth, a first-year BSc nursing student, allegedly died by suicide on the 4th of February. According to her classmates, Anamika was caught with chits during an internal exam, something multiple students allegedly did, but she was the only one punished. Another student caught using a mobile phone for answers was let off lightly. According to classmates, Anamika faced the ire of the principal as witnesses said she was not only reprimanded but told that she would poison patients one day, much like Grishma, the death row convict who poisoned her partner in Kerala. She was then allegedly suspended, asked to bring her parents and given an ultimatum to either stay and endure or pay the full fee for the 4-year course and quit. Shockingly, students allege that one of Anamika's suicide notes is missing and that the college tried to downplay the incident as just an internal assessment issue. After widespread protests, the principal, Dr. Santam Sweet, and class coordinator, Dr. Sujita M, have been suspended. But the question is, will that be enough? Students have now formed the Action Council Against Unnatural Death of Anamika Vineeth, demanding justice.
Well, I'm right now outside Dr. Chandrama Dayananda Sagar Institute of Medical Education and Research, and right behind me, after the board with my camera person, will pan you on the left hand side and show you. This is the particular college and the institution about which we are talking now. This is a part of the Dayananda Sagar group of engineering college and medical colleges. And this is one such college that they have at Kanakpura. And why are we here at this college is because of an incident that took place on the 4th of February, where a student who goes by the name Ambika committed suicide after she was allegedly abused and harassed by the college authorities, is what we've been told by the students. Now, as per the details that we have on this particular incident, is that this particular student who goes by the name Anamika was caught copying during an exam where she was carrying chits with her, and along with her there were a lot of other few students who were also caught during this examination, and they were then taken to the principal's office because they were caught copying. And this is where the story starts taking another turn. It is alleged that the principal then let all the other students go away, and she was only one of the only students who was left and against whom action was taken. Initially, the principal also told her that she would be suspended for copying during exam, and he'd also said that he would have to call her parents and everybody and pay the full fee. So this is the sort of embarrassment that she had to go. But what went to another level is when the principal started hurling racist slur against Anamika. It is alleged that the principal then went on to comment on her Malayali background, and also went on to say that a certain person who goes by the name Grishma was caught a few years back for killing her own lover, a Malayali nurse, that people like you come and study in these colleges, and that is where Ambika could not take it, because that was a direct slur at her and a racist slur, a regionalist slur against her, and that is where she took that step. And it is alleged the students who spoke to me also said that all this happened in front of all the students. The principal yelled at her, embarrassed her, and said these things in front of everyone.
A gruesome murder has sent shock waves across Hyderabad. VC Janardhan Rao, the 86-year-old chairman of the 460 crore rupee Veljan Group, was brutally stabbed 73 times, allegedly by his own grandson, Kirti Teja. This shocking crime unfolded at Rao's residence, where an argument over company shares and a director position took a deadly turn. Teja, just 28 years old, allegedly launched a frenzied knife attack, leaving his grandfather dead on the spot. When his mother tried to intervene, he attacked her too. Reports suggest that Teja was under the influence of drugs at the time of the murder. He has now been arrested, and police are investigating the full details of this chilling crime. Now we have our correspondent Noor Mohammed joining us live from Hyderabad for the latest. Noor Mohammed जी बताइए लेटेस्ट तमाम खबर क्या मिल रही है इस मर्डर के ऊपर?
कृष्णा देखिए, सबसे पहले हैदराबाद पुलिस चीज को अब जांच पड़ताल कर रही है कि कई दिनों से लेकर जायदाद का झगड़ा था। तेजा बार बार अपने उस कंपनी के अंदर डायरेक्टर बनाने की बात भी वो एक जिद पे अटल था। वो कई दिनों से अपने परिवार के लोगों के साथ भी बात कर रहा था कि जब पूरी फैमिली को आप डायरेक्टर बना सकते हैं, दूसरे ओहदों पे जब बिठा सकते हैं, तो मुझे क्यों उस कंपनी के अंदर नहीं लाया जा रहा है। देखिए, वो अपने दादा से बात करने के लिए आता है। पहले वो बात करता है, काफी देर तक उसकी बात चलती है। जब उसकी दादी चाय बनाने के लिए जब अंदर जाती है, तो वो अचानक अपने पास जो चाकू लाया था 72 मरतबा हैदराबाद पुलिस डिटेल्स एफआईआर के अंदर इस चीज को भी मेंशन किया है कि 72 मरतबा उसने वार किया था। उसके बाद जैसे ही अंदर से जब लेडीज बचाने के लिए आई, उस पर भी हमला कर दिया। फिल वक्त उसकी दादी और उसके जो है वो हॉस्पिटल में ट्रीटमेंट कर रही है। देखिए, फिल वक्त हैदराबाद पुलिस ब्लड सैंपल वहां पे जो भी चाकू मिली थी उसको पूरा फॉरेंसिक लैब को भेजा गया है और पूरी तरह जांच पड़ताल कर रही है। देखिए, अपने परिवार के अंदर इस तरह की घटना होना कोई मामूली बात नहीं है। इसने आखिर इस इतना बड़ा क्राइम करने का सोचा तो कैसे सोचा था, किसने इसने इस तमाम चीजों की बातचीत की, ये फिलहाल हैदराबाद पुलिस पूरी तरह ढूंढ रही है और पूरे एक दूसरे की कड़ियां जोड़ते जा रही है। फिलहाल इसको कस्टडी में लेकर पुलिस पूरी तरह पूछताछ कर रही है और परिवारों के लोगों से बात कर रही है। जो फिलहाल हॉस्पिटल में जो उनके रिश्तेदार है उनसे भी बात कर रहे हैं। देखिए, क्या मानसिक हालत इसकी सही थी या खराब थी या कोई और इसमें साजिश कोई हो सकती है, ये फिलहाल हैदराबाद पुलिस इस पूरे कड़ियों को जोड़ते जा रही है।
नूर, ये खबर जो है इतनी शॉकिंग है कि पूरी इंडिया इस खबर को आज देख रही है। लेकिन और ये भी प्रॉब्लम है कि ये जो फैमिली है राव जी की, ये काफी मशहूर फैमिली है हैदराबाद में।
देखिए, हैदराबाद और मैं आंध्र प्रदेश और तेलंगाना की बात करूं तो इस फैमिली के बारे में काफी चर्चाओं में रही है। बहुत अच्छी फैमिली है, बड़ी काफी बहुत बड़े इंडस्ट्रीज ये फैमिली रही है। इस फैमिली के अंदर इस तरह की घटना होना कोई मामूली बात नहीं है। देखिए, अगर कोई अपने अपने ही परिवार का आदमी घर में जब बैठकर कई देर तक बात करता है और उसके बाद वो चाय बनाने के लिए जैसे अंदर जाने के बाद उसने जो जिस तरह से हमला किया है, ये कोई एक सोची समझी साजिश ही लगती है। देखिए, ये पूरी तरह एक क्रिमिनल या जाना माना जो क्रिमिनल जिस तरह से ये हरकत करता है, उसी तरह की हरकत इसने किया है। मगर पुलिस भी शॉकिंग में है। देखिए, ये एक आदमी इतनी बड़ी साजिश तो नहीं रख सकता है। कहीं न कहीं इसको कोई ना कोई मोटिवेट किया हो या कोई कई दिनों से इसके ज़हन भी बनाया हो, ऐसा हो सकता है। देखिए, पंजगुट्टा एसीपी मोहन से जब मेरी बात हुई, तो उन्होंने साफ कहा है कि फिलवक्त हम लोग फॉरेंसिक ल का सपोर्ट भी ले रहे हैं। जिस तरह के वहाँ पे खून के जो सैंपल्स मिले थे या एयर मिले थे या चाकू है, पूरी तरह ये फॉरेंसिक लैब की रिपोर्ट आने के बाद ही सच्चे हम लोग बता सकते हैं। देखिए, इस फैमिली के बारे में पूरी इंडिया हो या खास तौर पर आंध्र और तेलंगाना की बात करूं तो इस फैमिली के बारे में काफी मशहूर है, काफी बहुत बड़ी इंडस्ट्रीज है और इस परिवार काफी विदेशों में भी इस परिवार के बहुत सारे लोग रहा करते हैं। बहुत काफी अच्छे इनके राजनेता हो या आम जनता से इनके ताल्लुकात रहे, मगर इस परिवार के अंदर इस तरह की घटना होना कोई मामूली बात नहीं है।
राइट।
फिलवक्त पुलिस पूरी तरह जांच पड़ताल कर रही है।
Noor Mohammed there joining us with the latest update from Hyderabad. Thank you, Noor, for joining us. Moving on. A day after the revised fare structure of Namma Metro came into effect, a delegation of BJP MLAs from Bengaluru are set to visit Metro office in Shantinagar this afternoon. The delegation will submit a request to reduce the fare. Bengaluru MPs have reiterated that the fare hike is steep and unjustified. Bengaluru South MP Tejasvi Surya posted on social media platform X saying, and I quote, Karnataka government, instead of incentivizing public transport and discouraging private vehicles, is doing the exact opposite with the metro fare hike. Bengaluru metro fares should be at par with other metros in the country. According to Tejasvi Surya, while commuters in Delhi pay 30 rupees for a 12-kilometer ride, Bengaluru will have to pay 60 rupees, which is double the amount. Meanwhile, netizens on Sunday launched a hashtag Revoke Metro Fare Hike campaign on social media. Many passengers described the hike as unfair and abnormal and called for a reasonable revision. Metro fare hikes come a month after the Karnataka government increased bus fares by 15%. Visuals on the screens are of the Bengaluru Metro's new fare structure that has been proposed by the Karnataka government.
They have probably run the coffers dry. They do not have any more money, and they're just trying to find ways and means of collecting more money from the citizens to whom they have given these freebies. Irrespective of whether they're giving freebies or not, it doesn't matter. One of the lasting solutions to Bengaluru's traffic problems has to be public transport. And the metro is an integral part of the same. So the government has to incentivize usage of public transport, and hiking the fare is no way to go about doing that. So what people have to understand is that these kind of hikes, I also understand that the bus fares are going to be hiked soon. So people have to see through this whole game. On the one hand, they give freebies, touting that we are offering benefits to the citizens and particularly to the middle class. And from the other hand, they take away that and more. So there is no way for the government to justify. If they're going to just, let's say, increase the fares by 5%, citing inflation, etc., I think we can still even remotely try to understand why they are doing this. 50% hike and fares that are not comparable with any other metro across the country is completely unjustified. So the Congress government has to introspect. They cannot keep running the coffers dry and then keep coming back to citizens for more and more. They better get their act together.
Singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran is currently in Bengaluru for his 2025 India tour, and a video of him being interrupted by Bengaluru police while performing on the streets has gone viral. The musician clarified that the performance was planned, not an impromptu one. Now, after the police halted his performance, Ed Sheeran took to Instagram stories to explain that it wasn't exactly a surprise performance. He wrote, and I quote, "We had permission to busk BTW. Hence, us playing in that exact spot was planned out before. It wasn't just randomly turning up. All good though. See ya at the show tonight." Ed Sheeran also shared a photo expressing his excitement for the Night 2 concert in the city of Bengaluru. This followed an incident where Bengaluru police failed to recognize Ed Sheeran and instructed him to stop. One officer even unplugged his microphone while he was still performing, leading many to question whether the performance was unauthorized. However, Ed Sheeran's supporters quickly defended him on social media, criticizing the police for their actions. After his clarification post, people called the situation embarrassing, as Ed had followed proper procedures and yet faced disruption. The four-time Grammy Award winner performed in Bengaluru on Saturday and is set to perform again at the NICE grounds. He recently performed in Hyderabad with Indian singer Arman Malik and will also take the stage in Pune, Shillong and Delhi NCR as part of his India tour. Bengaluru is the only city where he will perform twice due to overwhelming ticket demand.
No, we have permitted him to perform in that International Exhibition Center, but all of a sudden he has come to Church Street and police has not given permission. So nobody should take advantage of that situation because he is a very famous singer. Naturally there will be a lot of people, there will be a chaos and that is why to prevent that situation, police has not given permission. So in spite of that he has come and tried to perform, so police prevented it. Nothing beyond that.
Did Ed Sheeran get permission from the police for that impromptu street performance or not? The multiple Grammy award-winning artist, who's performing 2 concerts, full-fledged concerts in Bengaluru, was stopped midway while trying to perform on the street. Ed Sheeran did take to social media to clarify what exactly went on, and in that post he did explain that it wasn't exactly a surprise performance and that it was all planned. We have my colleague Gautam Shankar now joining us live for more. Gautam, talk to us. We just heard Mr. Parameshwara say the fact that there was no police approval for this performance, but Ed Sheeran in his social media post says that it was all pre-planned and they had the requisite approvals from authorities.
Yes, Krishna. So this Ed Sheeran's impromptu street performance in Bangalore has become a big controversy here in the city now. His performance was halted by police due to lack of necessary permissions. Now the incident occurred on Church Street yesterday, just before his concert, where Ed Sheeran was performing his hit "Shape of You," and that is when the authorities intervened and unplugged his microphone, and that caused him to leave the area. Now. Ed Sheeran indeed has said that yes, they went to the police, but the police did not give him permission. That part is clear. That he did approach the police. The police spoke to him, to the managers of Ed Sheeran, but they refused permission. But Church Street is a popular street in Bangalore where performances happen on very regularly by artists on weekends and even weekdays. And the only fear was that Ed Sheeran, being the kind of celebrity he is, that it could result in a law and order situation because there weren't the kind of security that could be arranged for a star of such international stature to perform there. So the police on that front took action to ensure that they wouldn't cause any kind of big commotion there, and they asked him to stop there. So that is the controversy that's happened. But after this, the concert did happen, and it was a massive hit in Bangalore. But this event that Ed Sheeran really wanted to do, it
Right.
was meant to be a viral event, but that didn't really happen here.
Gautam Shankar there joining us for that big story that we're tracking. Thank you, Gautam, for being with us. Now, social media influencer and podcaster Ranveer Allahabadia, aka BeerBiceps, is caught in a firestorm facing backlash both online and in court. A legal complaint has been lodged against Ranveer Allahabadia and comedian Samay, Raina, host of India's Got Latent, accusing them of promoting obscenity, fueling a controversy that's just getting bigger by the minute. The complaint filed by an individual named Akshit Singh has reached the Mumbai Police Commissioner and the State Women and Children's Commission. Another formal complaint has been submitted to the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting by the Hindu IT cell. Shiv Sena UBT leader Priyanka Chaturvedi was also raising the issue in the Standing Committee of IT and Communication. Joining the list of accused is content creator Apoorva Mukhija, also known as the Rebel Kid. Many journalists, renowned entertainment critics, and politicians have all across the board slammed the controversy, calling the creators, that includes Ranveer Allahabadia and Samay Raina, perverted influencers who are corrupting the country's creative economy. Now, meanwhile, BeerBiceps, aka Ranveer Allahabadia, has apologized. He said that comedy is not his forte. But the big question is, will that sorry be enough? Is a sorry enough? The video has also been removed from YouTube for now. But for now, let's first listen in to that apology from Ranveer Allahabadia.
My comment wasn't just inappropriate, it wasn't even funny. Comedy is not my forte. I'm just here to say sorry. Many of you asked if this is how I wish to use my platform, and obviously this is not how I wish to use it. I'm not going to give any context or justification or reasoning behind whatever happened. I'm just here for an apology. I personally had a lapse in judgment. It wasn't cool on my part. The podcast is watched by people of all ages. Don't want to be the kind of person that takes that responsibility lightly, and family is the last thing that I would ever disrespect. Need to use this platform better. That's been my learning from this whole experience. I promise to just get better. I've asked the makers of the video to remove the insensitive sections from the video. And all I can say in the end is, I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me as a human being.
The debate has now shifted from audience normalization and celebration of such content to serious allegations of promoting obscenity in the most profane way.
जो भी ये बना रहे हैं वो पॉपुलर है, वो सारे के सारे सोशल मीडिया पे एक अच्छा नाम है, लेकिन इसके अलावा भी उन्हें पैसे अर्न करने होंगे, या उस जो जिस चैनल के थ्रू, जिस यूट्यूब चैनल के थ्रू ये सामने आ रहे थे, उसके थ्रू इन्हें पैसे कमाने थे. तो ये एक इंटेंशन दिख रहा है. यहाँ किसी भी क्राइम के पीछे एक इंटेंशन होता है. तो ये साफ एक क्राइम का पार्ट है, तो इस पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो। और महिलाओं को लेकर ये जो बातें की गई है, जिसे ध्यान में रखकर ये कंप्लेंट साथ ही साथ नेशनल वुमेन कमीशन जो है उनकी जो प्रेसिडेंट साहब है उनके सामने भी हमने लेटर के माध्यम से रखी है। साथ ही साथ महाराष्ट्र की जो वुमेन कमीशन प्रेसिडेंट है उनके पास में भी आज ही ये कंप्लेंट डिस्पैच की गई है, और साथ ही साथ हमारे मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर ऑफिस में भी ये कंप्लेंट।
Now, as legal troubles mount for these creators, their brand deals, sponsorships and digital reputations are at stake. Potential platform restrictions and deplatforming could further escalate the fallout.
ये भी इसकी जानकारी मिली है, मैंने अभी तक उसको फर्स्ट हैंड देखा नहीं है, लेकिन बहुत भद्दे तरीके से कुछ चीजों को कहा गया है, प्रेजेंट किया गया है, ऐसा मुझे भी पता चला है, जो बिल्कुल गलत है। फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच सभी को है, लेकिन हमारी फ्रीडम वहां समाप्त हो जाती है जब हम किसी और के फ्रीडम पर इंक्रोच करते हैं, और इस प्रकार का इंक्रोचमेंट ये ठीक नहीं है। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अभिव्यक्ति इसकी भी कोई मर्यादाएं है। हमारे समाज में हमने अश्लीलता के भी कुछ नियम तैयार किए हैं, अगर उनको कोई पार करता है तो ये बहुत गलत बात है। अगर ऐसी कोई बात होती है तो उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई।
मुझे लगता है चाहे महिला हो या पुरुष, इस प्रकार के भद्दे मजाक सोसाइटी इसको कभी भी एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती, और ना ही ये एक्सेप्टेबल है। एक माँ के उसके ऊपर जोक करना या किसी विमेन की बॉडी के ऊपर जोक करना, चाहे वो लड़की हो या लड़का, अच्छा नहीं लगता, और कहीं ना कहीं दिखाता है कि किस तरह से ये मॉरली डाउन जा रहा है जो आज का जो युवा है। और इस तरह के भद्दे मजाक मुझे लगता है बाकियों को भी असर करते हैं जो इसी तरह की क्रिएटिव चीज़ों में लगे हैं, चाहे वो स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी हो या कुछ हो। एक हद तक ठीक लगता है, इतने गंदे मजाक ठीक नहीं लगते। मैंने अभी वो NCW चेयरपर्सन को वो वीडियो फॉरवर्ड किया है कि उस पर एक्शन लिया जाए।
And earlier in the broadcast, we spoke to Mohandas Pai and Rahul Ishwar on that matter. Take a look.
And I think it's totally obscene, totally perverted, and shows what a sick mind these people have. These are all sickos, sick in their head and their attitude, and they're all laughing about something like this. And look at the questions what they ask. Are you saying dash, dash, dash? Oh, will you join them? I mean, this is totally absurd. Would they like somebody else asking them the question about their parents to them directly? Wouldn't they get offended if somebody asks them like this? I mean, there are some things you don't cross the line. It's like a religion. You don't cross the line in religion making fun of holy faces. You don't cross the line in such personal relationship crossing lines, right? You don't do that, and you should have a self-constraint. Both the organizers who did this and the person who made this statement should now publicly apologize, withdraw all these videos everywhere, and stand up and say they're sorry, including this guy who laughed and asked this question. And he's got a large following. I mean, he's a sick in the mind. He shows how sick and perverted they are to think that this is comedy, because we see so many of these so-called comedians making sick comments, obscene language, trying to provoke people and doing all kind of stuff which crosses the line. They must have self-restraint, because in any society there is no free speech which can extend to such things. Free speech has limitations which all of us accept. Free speech has the ability to offend, but not obscenity. Obscenity, we draw the line.
Please remember, liberty should come along with responsibility. And more the following, more the responsibility you have. People like Ranbir Allahabadi are very respected across the creative orange economy, as we call it. But there is a line that nobody should cross. Neither Ranbir Allahabadi or BeerBiceps, as we all affectionately call him, or the other organizers. That's the reason why I have gone ahead with a complaint. I have complained to Mumbai Police and also to the regional station. Thankfully, Joint Commissioner of Police have acknowledged my email and replied me, and also forwarded to DCP in Mumbai and DCP of the relevant place where Ranbir is staying. This is absolutely unacceptable. He should first apologize. This show should officially apologize to the people for airing such a content. Second, all this kind of perverted humor should should be taken off the particular digital platform, because this is very bad. Many youngsters, especially millions and millions of Indian youngsters who are interested in creative economy, are watching this content. They are consuming this content. I cannot even bring myself to say what he has said on that particular thing. So it is absolutely unacceptable. I have invoked Section B 296 of BNS, IT Act, and all the other relevant sections, so that this crime will not be, this offense will not be repeated. And please remember one more thing. We should not only give it negative publicity, because any publicity is negative publicity is a mantra that many people follow. We should let them face the music, we should let them face the heat, and we should let them take the legal action so that they will learn a lesson. And if we are not giving them a legal lesson, all the other people will be continuing with such a kind of things.
And with that, we take a very short breather. We'll be back with lots more on the other side. Keep watching News 9.